like, view that bonding event. Keep those beers coming. Looks like she's pretty wasted. I should let her just sleep it off. In here, though? I happen to be in the middle of dinner preparations. There is still some time until everyone else returns, so dinner will have to wait until then. If you have any remaining business, it may be wise to finish it now. Well, yeah, I've got plenty of business. Sorry, Elisa. You lost on the coin flip. You and Crow. Are you already done with practice for the day, Elisa? Yeah, the second years are all busy preparing for the festival. They might ask me to help them out with setting things up here at some point too. Huh. I guess nobody's getting any rest until the festival's over. Especially those of us who haven't come up with anything yet. Yeah, I really hope we can find something that's perfect for us too. Alright. So that's it for over here. I'll save that for last. So it looks like everyone's in the student union building. Hey guys. Coming up with a good idea for the festival is harder than I thought. Especially when all the other classes and clubs have started preparing. It makes me feel the need to rush things along. But the last thing we want to do is panic and end up with something really boring though. I think I'll have to throw in the towel and admit defeat here. Ellie and I were bouncing ideas off each other, but nothing really seemed to stick in the end. And I think the same thing would happen even if we got the rest of the class in on it too. Maybe we should step back and rethink our approach. Maybe you're overthinking. Alright. You know. Hey, it's the siblings. I finished writing up the prologue for the plot outline you gave me. I might have gotten a bit carried away with my own interpretation of some of the scenes, though. Warn me in advance, just how graphic does it get? We may have to sort out some issues here. I'll leave coming up with the ideas to you for now, Reen. Got it. Alright, so let's see, there's still Eustace and Gaius in the library. I took some time to research previous festivals and their events. There are many that could potentially work. But our numbers don't do us any favors, and some are too similar to what other classes are planning. We may have reached an unfortunate impasse here. We're running out of time, but let's not give up just yet. I'm sure there's an idea out there that's a perfect fit for us. Nope. Also, whoops. Looks like I forgot a little something. There is the cafe there. Head on up. Wander all the way around. And look who it is. What were you doing hanging around the old schoolhouse, Celine? Is there something you wanted to tell me? Oh yeah, I guess that's about as much as a cat can tell me. When are you gonna stop giving me the cold shoulder, cat? Alright, so our next stop is actually the gymnasium. I believe. Yes. What are you doing here, Schwarzer? Not a whole lot, just passing through. You seem pretty focused, though. What do you mean by that? I hope you're not implying that I made my way here to practice or any such nonsense. Got it. He seems kind of crestfallen. Hey, did something happen? Nothing that has to do with you. For all of his noble posturing, Patrick worries about things like anyone else. Maybe I can help him out. Would you mind telling me what happened? I'm not trying to offer you my help as charity or anything like that, but sometimes it can help just to talk things through with someone. You really are a strange fellow, aren't you? But if I must, I must. If you wouldn't mind. Where do I begin? To be completely frank, I'm a little concerned about Celestin. That's a surprise. I can't imagine what a butler of his skill could do to cause someone else concern. It seems you may be overestimating his abilities somewhat. For the last week or so, he's been acting rather odd, for lack of a better term. Not only has he stopped reprimanding me when he normally would, he's taken to spoiling me too. Worse yet, every reply he gives me sounds half-hearted and empty. Now that is odd for him. This is the first time he's ever done something like this too. Don't misunderstand me. He still performs his duty as a butler magnificently. However, his actions of late have made him seem distant, more so than ever. Curiously, I've also overheard him discussing seemingly serious issues over the telephone too. Something must be going on. Agreed. Unfortunately, whenever I bring it up, he simply brushes me off. It is, infantilizing, of course, but more dishearteningly, it feels like a betrayal of trust. I've never seen the two of us as a typical master and servant, but something more. Perhaps something more akin to brothers. Maybe I can worm some details out of him. Oh? It's possible he might be going through something he'd rather not involve those he cares about in. But I won't get involved if you don't want me to. If that's the case, you truly wouldn't mind? Not in the slightest. Leave it to me. What exactly do you hope to gain by helping me, Schwarzer? I suppose it doesn't matter. You will likely find Celestin attending to the upper-class dorm. I leave discovering the truth to you. I'll head right over there. Okay. Alright. Let us head to the dorms. I will get my directions correct one day. Mark my words. Alright. Looking for... You there, can you help me?
Oh, hello there. Is there something I can help you with?
I'm actually looking for Celestin. You haven't seen him around anywhere, have you?
I have, but he left for your dorm just a short while ago. He mentioned having something to collect from Sharon.
From Sharon, huh? Wonder what it is. Thank you very much for the info. Try to catch him over there. Let's run around.
Oh, hello, Master Reen. Is there something you need from me?
I'm actually searching for Celestin right now. Have you seen him? I heard that he was headed over here.
Indeed, you missed him by the matter of moments. As it happens, I made too much dinner this evening, so I decided to offer him what we wouldn't be able to eat, which he said he would gladly take off our hands. So he was here to collect it.
I see. Maids and butlers have their own economy here, don't they? Does that mean he headed back to the upper-class dorm then?
Not necessarily. There was something about his demeanor today that seemed quite different than usual. He was considering a brief stop at Kershey's on his way back to unwind a little. Though I can't say for sure that he's headed there.
Kershey's, was it? Well, that's my next stop, at least. Thank you, Sharon.
You're very welcome.
Alright, so now to Kershey's. I've been told to save. Hello there. Celestin? Good day, Masterine. My apologies, as always, for the constant trouble Master Patrick causes you. Oh, no worries. He's not half as much trouble as he tries to be. Hold on a sec. Is that alcohol you're drinking? Now you and I can escape the allure of drinking on the job once in a while. Sorry, that was my terrible attempt at a joke. Of course, this is non-alcoholic. I'm here for the atmosphere rather than the intoxication. I see. Patrick was right. He is acting kind of strange. Time for me to get to the bottom of this. Hey, Celestin. If I may, Masterine, allow me to guess the sequence of events that brought you here. On your way to the training hall, you just so happened to bump into Master Patrick. After a period of guarded discussion, he let slip his worries about me. And being the paragon of selflessness you are, you offered to talk to me, which ultimately led you here, am I correct? You haven't been watching us from the shadows or anything, have you? Not at all. It was simple deduction when you know the pieces in play and the surrounding circumstances. However, the real surprise is that Master Patrick could bring himself to make a request of you. I must have caused him more concern than I'd ever imagined. He's really worried about you. I don't want to ask you to say any more than you're comfortable with, but isn't that there anything you can tell me? Let's just say that things are rather complex. Then, would you prefer to talk to Patrick about whatever's going on? I feel kind of bad for him the way things stand. I understand. You've come all this way for Master Patrick's sake, so it would be rude of me to leave things as they are. But just telling you everything would be a bit of a bore, so why don't we play a little card game? What kind of card game? I have 2 blade cards here. One card is a 1 and the other is a 7. Now, watch carefully as I shuffle them. Correctly guess which one is the 7 and you win. Do that and I'll tell you everything you wish to know. Well, if you don't mind me getting one question in now, is there a point to all this? I admit that it's kind of an unusual requirement. But this is a deeply personal matter, so I'm a little hesitant to discuss it. In other words, I'd rather put myself into a situation in which I don't have the choice not to. Now it makes sense. Well then, I accept your challenge. Thank you. Then please choose, Masterine. Which card is the 7? I'll go with the card on the right. Understood. Allow me to flip the card. I did it. That was really easy. And there's the 7. Looks like I win, Celestin. Indeed. Excellently played, Masterine. That was easy. So if you wouldn't mind. Fear not, I'm a man of my word. But how do I begin? Recently received a direct order to return to the High Arms household by the Marquis himself. In fact, I'm expected to return to St. Arc as early as next week. Are you serious? Gravely. Personally, I'd much rather stay by Master Patrick's side. However, I've been told that things are getting hectic over there. I see. I'm surprised to hear that the Marquis would ask for a Celestin person specifically. He must be even more talented than we think he is. However, Marquis High Arms is an incredibly good-hearted man. It's entirely possible that he will allow me to continue to do as I wish so long as I carry out the duties he asks of me. So I've been trying to find a way to remain in Trista, no matter how much additional work I must do. That's what had me so occupied of late. And that, embarrassingly enough, has been the root of my odd behavior. That'd do it. But do you mind if I ask you why you want to stay by Patrick's side that much, though? Perhaps it does seem a bit strange from your perspective. I'm afraid we don't have the time for the full story, but I will say this. Master Patrick was the one to treat me not as a servant, but as an equal. He gave me a place in the world that others couldn't, and for that, I would do anything for him. I never knew. So this is what Patrick meant when he said they're more than just master and servant. That said, I feel terrible that my attempts to remain by his side have caused him so much concern. But telling you all this has made up my mind. How so? I decided to go tell his lordship exactly how I feel. Should that fail, I will simply have to think of something else, but I will stay with Master Patrick. But it was speaking to you that allowed me to reach that conclusion. If bouncing your thoughts off me helped, then I'm glad I was here. Well then, shouldn't waste another minute here if I want to settle all this. Allow me to take my leave, Master Reen. Good luck. I hope it works out for you. Also, can I ask you to explain my behavior to Master Patrick? I have some explaining of my own to do later, of course, but I would like it if you could at least share the basic details and my feelings on the matter with him. Of course, you can count on me. Alright, back to the gym. Hey Patrick, you're never going to believe this. Did you get anything out of Celestin? I did. Reen told Patrick about their card game and what Celestin told him afterward. So he's been told to return to St. Ark? Yet he's still doing everything in his power to prevent that from happening. Trying to take action without consulting me again. What foolishness. Why do you seem so happy about that? Happy? Sometimes I wonder what color your sky is, Schwarzer. Besides, even if Celestin were forced to leave my side, I would be perfectly... No matter, you did well today. You're the last person I'd want to be indebted to, so take this and call us even. Still blue. Hold on, I didn't help you expecting some kind of reward. That just makes things even worse. I do not wish to be in your debt. Think of this as me having filled a formal request and you having fulfilled it, nothing more. As such, you received your reward, walk away, and no loose ends remain. Got it. Alright. So yeah, the reason you want to save is because winning that card game gives you 2 extra AP. Alright, let's see. I believe all that's left is to go to the school. But first, I'll be talking to Crow. See what's going on. Why is he in the Class 7 room? What are you doing here? What are you doing here, Crow? Oh, nothing much. Did something happen? Nah, just feeling a bit sentimental. It's nothing serious. Don't worry about it, man. Okay, if you say so. Alright, well in that case, time to go talk to Towa. Uh-oh. And the game crashed. Okay, that was weird. So the game just straight up crashed. Like the whole window disappeared. Thankfully that save kept. I mean, it wouldn't have been that big a deal because I've been saving frequently. But I was not expecting the game to just straight up crash like that. Okay, well, let's go talk to Towa. Like, honestly, I kept expecting it to try and crash playing Blade, because people talk about it crashing then. So, yeah. Alright, let's go in. Well, here we are. I wonder if Towa's already inside. After entering the computer room, you won't be able to roam around for the remainder of the day. Any bonding events which have not been triggered will no longer be viewable. Knock and enter. Also, when I loaded that save, I was really expecting the game to just crash again.
Doesn't sound like she's here yet.
Towa?
Oh.
Aww.
At least she's getting some rest. Must be a rare treat for her. What to do, though? I'd almost feel bad about waking her.
Wake her by poking her cheeks. Let her sleep. Is there a right choice here?
She must be really tired. I should let her sleep a while longer. Oh, right. There we go. I guess I'll just read a book or something while I'm waiting.
That's being nice.
Huh? Where am I? A jacket?
Oh, hey, you're awake.
Good evening, sleepyhead.
Mean? Oh, right. I came here after the conference was over. So this jacket is... Oh no! I'm so sorry!
No need to apologize.
I can't believe I fell asleep after asking you to come all the way here.
It's no big deal.
Don't worry about it. You're doing me a favor here. I appreciate you taking the time out of your schedule for me.
I also appreciate you getting some rest.
Aw, why is it that you always seem to catch me at the weirdest moments? Still, thanks.
No problem. Glad to do what I can. It wasn't too hot, was it?
No, of course not. It felt really nice and warm. But anyway, that's not the point. Now, listen here, Reen.
Huh?
Uh-oh.
I mean, lending
She's
me a jacket
putting up
is
her
very
dukes.
sweet and gentlemanly of you, and I'm kind of happy you did. But it's not very gentlemanly to sit and stare at a girl when she's sleeping,
I didn't stare.
I'm sorry? You were sleeping so peacefully that it seemed almost wrong to wake you up. But I guess it was inconsiderate of me to just let you nap there.
Oh, what?
No. I'm not annoyed with you. It's just kind of weird to randomly watch people sleep, you know? If it was someone else, they might have misunderstood.
Alright, Miss Flustered School Student Council President.
Anyway, I asked you to meet me here so I could show you more about the concert we put on for last year's festival.
Oh, you mean the one you did with Angelica, Crow, and George? Do you have some record of it here?
Actually, I do. George was testing out some kind of orbital video camera that was being developed by the Roer Institute of Technology. And we've still got the recording here.
An orbital video camera?
Oh, this is all new to them.
The technology is different from what they use for the orbital net. Actually, it's probably faster to just show you. Let me bring it up on the screen.
Oh, you've got pictures of it.
More than just pictures. Just watch.
Just think of it as a bunch of as a bunch of pictures.
I know, right? It plays back images and sound at the same time. So it's like a radio and a camera combined. The quality might be a bit rough, but it really feels like you're right there, doesn't it?
It's really something else.
Oh, there we are going up. making a splash in the music scene abroad. They use orbital audio technology to amplify guitars for it.
It
Oh,
definitely
sorry.
is. And, speaking of bold, how about that outfit?
I forgot about the outfit. Don't look at that. Just focus on the performance.
This is...
Oh, it's Japanese.
Bravo! That was incredible! I wish I could have been there to see it in person.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. So was that any help?
Help? This is exactly what I was looking for. I'm not sure if we can put together something as flashy as this, but we do have Elliot, and he knows his music, so I think we
So
might
we're
have a
going to
chance.
copy what you guys did.
Glad to hear it. Crow was the one who planned all of this out, so he's the one you should ask about how to put a program like this together. Angie did our choreography, and George got all the instruments together for us. I'm sure they'd help out if you asked.
I think I just might. We have to get our preparations for the festival underway.
Yeah, we are so far behind.
Oh, I put a copy of the video onto this memory quartz for you too. If you put this memory quartz into the orbital projector here, you can watch the video anytime you want. Maybe you can bring everyone from your class here and show it to them tomorrow.
Yeah. Thanks for everything, Towa. I mean, I asked you for help, but you really went above and beyond. I don't really know how to thank you.
You're always looking out for me, Reen. It's the least I could do.
It's a very mutual event there.
Besides, I'm sure this idea will spark some lively discussion within your class. It's not a done deal yet, but I'm really curious to see how things turn out.
Me too.
We are introducing something new to the Empire. Rock and roll. Wonder how everyone's gonna take it. Oh, are we not gonna talk? Come on. Oh! We got a flash drive. Huh. Well, that seems to have gone over well. I could see Elliot's eyes light up when I mentioned it. Oh, come on, I wanted to be there for that. Oh, okay, good. I was going to say, you better not skip out on this.
So, it looks like Class 1 is definitely putting on a play. And not just any play, a full-scale classical operetta with all the trimmings. Even if an operetta is shorter than a full opera. This is Class 1 we're talking about. I'm sure they'll spare no expense on the outfits and stage design.
True. If they had any more blowhards, they'd be a wind tunnel. Class 2 looks like they're gonna run with their idea of doing some kind of indoor garden. From what I heard, they want something based on the motif of the night sky. Sounds like quite the elaborate setup. Class 3 is intending to run a game room based... Let me try that again. Class 3 is intending to run a game room based around Blade. I heard they're planning to decorate the room like a castle and provide lessons for beginners as well as advanced matches. Huh, really? Class 4 is going to be doing an Eastern-style cafe of sorts. They're claiming you can enjoy an exotic dining experience. Not sure what they mean by Eastern style, though. Well, my sword is technically Eastern style, I guess. But yeah, that seems like an awfully broad term. Heh, you don't really see too much stuff from the East in Erebonia. Class 5's doing something kinda different. They'll be using the training hall for some attraction they call Missy Panic. Wait, isn't Missy the mascot of that big theme park in Crossbow? I'm going to Class 5 then. Kind of a strange choice considering the current political climate.
I'm kind of a Missy fan though. One time, Lecter brought me back a Missy keychain. It's pretty cool.
Oh, the intelligence division never struck me as the type who would budget for souvenirs. Anyway, the captain of the riding club is intending to organize some manner of horse racing event. Officially, there's to be no gambling, but with our senior colleague involved, I'm sure free enterprise will find a way. Really, Crow?
Towa's not gonna like it if she finds out.
Ah, come on, it's a festival. A little low-stakes fun never hurt anyone. A number of second years are planning to run stalls, and many clubs are intending to put on events as well. But in terms of scale, the 5 other classes are our main competition.
I've heard attendees will be able to vote on which class's event they like most, with the winner to be announced during the evening's festivities. That sounds like it's going to make things awfully competitive. Still, it's that much more incentive to make our class's contribution one to remember. Which leads us to our current problem. What do we do?
I'm thinking we should avoid doing anything that would require large-scale equipment. With our numbers and the time we have to prepare, I doubt we could get it set up or even spare someone to operate it.
Yeah, you make a good point. But if we take that into account, just about the only other option we have is doing something on the auditorium stage.
And it's worth noting that using the stage would put us in direct competition with Class 1. We can't very well put on a production like theirs, though. We just look like copycats.
Whatever we end up going with, it should be something we can all have a part in. Maybe a martial arts demonstration with a few sparring matches. No, that would probably get turned down as too dangerous. Not a bad line of thought, though.
How about a cooking contest?
Oh, I call judge.
Our troubles are over. I just had a visionary idea we can do with the Academy pool. Picture this. Stunning ladies in bikinis wrestling piggyback in the pool. Come for the fights, stay for the accidental exposure. This is getting us nowhere.
They all sound like fun, though.
Actually, I did find one idea I think we might be able to use.
You did?
Really? Ha! I'll bet Towa told you, huh? Yeah, she showed me the video too. I can't believe you never mentioned it. You guys put on an amazing show. Well, I'm the lone second year here. Didn't want to rob you bright-eyed first years of the full festival experience. So, what's this idea then? Did the student council president suggest something to you? Yeah, she showed me a video of a concert that she, Crow, George, and Angelica put on for last year's festival.
A concert on stage? With vocals? Oh, that does sound interesting.
I have heard that there was one event at last year's festival that really drove the crowd wild.
I've heard similar things, but I had no idea Crow was involved.
Yeah, it was pretty spur of the moment though, so it was too late for them to put us on the official poll. If folks had been able to vote on us, I don't doubt we would have ranked right near the top. Without seeing it for ourselves, it's difficult to say whether we'd be able to do something similar.
You've got me curious, though. It sounds great. Let's do it. You said you saw the video, right? Can you show us too?
Yeah, Towa gave me a copy of it. Let's get together during lunch tomorrow and watch it.
I can't wait to see the looks in their faces when they see it. Though I imagine Towa's outfit might raise more than a few questions too. Oh, it's 9 already? Oven time should be on soon.
Who cares about oven time? School festival, come on, man.
I'm Misty, and this is Radio Trista. It's 9 p.m. on the 19th of the 9th month. If only I was dressed to the nines to match.
Dressed to the nines? I don't get it.
nights. That's right, fall is finally here, and it's brought its cool night breezes and gentle chirping of insects with
That
it.
feels so far away from me now.
Along with that respite, Erebonians everywhere are turning to their true autumn passions, food and sports. What do all of you out there look forward to when you realize fall's almost here?
The cooler weather.
For me, it's definitely the food. The crops come into season, ready for the harvest. I can only imagine how much work it has to be for all those farmers. But I can't wait for my first roasted chestnuts of the season. It's just about time for those to start popping up too. Sure, I'll never turn down a Marin Glacé or a Mont Blanc, but roasted is the way chestnuts were meant to be. That soft, melt-in-your-mouth taste, that sweet fragrance, simply irresistible. Whoops, the director's over there giving me the stink eye. Someone has to keep staring at all that.
This is revenge.
Anyway, fall is also known for being a season for the arts. One of the Empire's most popular cultural institutions is the opera, and no one does opera like Heimdall's famous opera house.
Oh, you're promoting yourself.
But as far as music goes, I'm a sucker for the classics. I still sing along whenever I hear the whereabouts of light.
Oh my god, is that the song I think it is?
I stare in disbelief as you fade away, like a dimming star beneath the coming day. Whoa there, almost felt like I was in my shower back home. Speaking of music, some fresh new genres have been gaining popularity lately, both at home and abroad.
She really does have a pretty voice. Though I guess you could get that to in order to be a big opera singer like that.
Yeah, it's like, you gotta be careful there, Misty.
I don't know if singing on the air like that is such a good idea if she's trying to keep her identity under wraps, though. We've got our practical exam coming up next week, then another field study over the weekend. Sounds like things are going to be even busier than usual. I better brace myself for an exhausting week.
Alright, and I was hoping we would get to see what was going on. Lunch break! Hooray! Whoa!
That was way cool.
Very impressive. That was neat.
Well, it was certainly quite a technical display. But if you think we're gonna put on outfits like that and prance around on stage, you must be dreaming.
Well, the outfits all depend on what kind of performance we put on. The clothes have to fit the mood and the music. Right, Crow? Yeah, we did a rock song last year. Rock! So if you want outfits, our outfits didn't scream rock, the whole performance would have lacked something, in my opinion. Though, in my infinite wisdom, I like to point out that the revealing outfits will be popular regardless of the music.
You guys! Outfits aside, it does seem like a bold concept. You would think to put on a performance like that. If we put in the time to practice, we may even compare favorably with Class 1's operetta.
Well, Elliot's the music expert here. Do you think there's any chance we could put on a performance like this?
Hold on. So first things first, how many of us can actually play an instrument?
You've learned the lute from your dad, right, Reen? Yeah, I'm no, virtuoso, but I can play, as long as the music's not too complicated. And Elisa, you can play the violin, right?
Yeah, my grandfather taught me.
Guys, you can play the sitar, was it? Been playing it for years. I can play the piano, so with the four of us, it looks like we have our instruments covered. Guess that means we just need to work on our music and lyrics, decide who's going to be on vocals. So yeah, it really depends on what sort of music we want to do, but I think we can pull off an impressive performance.
Great. Well, when you put it that way, it doesn't sound like such a bad idea. That's true, and it seems fitting for a festival, too.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, let's do it!
Then the matter is settled. I'm in favor too. I dread the thought of what the instructor would do if we didn't have anything decided by today.
So we leave the musical responsibilities in Elliot's hands then?
Yeah, I think he's in the best position to decide the style of the performance, our songs, and what we should each be doing. Is that okay with you, Elliot?
Sure thing. I haven't spent all these years studying music for nothing.
Oh, and Crow, do you think you can give us a hand with, give us some help with the outfits and with getting a hold of the equipment we'll need? I'd like to do as much of this ourselves as we can. Sure, I'll do what I can. This might be a temp thing and all, but I am part of Class 7. So if you're going all in, I'll throw my chips in your pile. Crow.
Wow, maybe I've had you pegged wrong all this time.
So just leave the outfits in my capable hands. I'll make sure you all shine like stars up there, especially the ladies.
I take it all back. He's not even trying to hide it. We're counting on you to keep him tasteful, Reen.
Right, tasteful. I was gonna say, give me my time. It's time for the practical exams. Hey there, Teach.
First, congratulations are in order. Took you long enough, but you finally decided what to do for the festival. So, you're following in Towa's footsteps and putting on a concert, huh? Have you decided what kind of music you want to do?
Not exactly. We're still kind of getting things sorted. At the very least, it should be pretty easy to decide who's playing an instrument and who'll be on vocals. I'm not actually sure I've ever even touched an instrument.
Can't say I have either. You'd probably need at least some rudimentary experience to play an instrument at the festival. I had the pleasure of seeing last year's concert live. They put on a real show. Reen and Crow, you two are handling all the outfits, right? You guys have that under control?
Let's see. Yep, we've got that on. We've got that shit on lockdown. Well, we've narrowed it down to the 15 most promising designs.
Adios, save us all. I suppose we'll just have to rely on Reen to save us from being dressed by Crow. Honestly, I feel a little envious. If I were 5 years younger, I'd jump right up on stage with you all and have a great old time. Hey, what are you all looking at me like that for? Instructor? How old are you again?
Aren't you in your mid-20s? Even if you were 5 years younger, graduation would still be years behind you.
Hush you! For us ladies, everything up to the mid-20s is just a warm-up. And men? They're like, fine wines, better with age. I'm not sensitive about it, really. This is just another valuable life lesson that is my duty as your instructor to impart. Anyway, as much as I'm looking forward to the festival, that's not why we're here today, are we? Not only do you have no field study next month, it looks like you're off the hook as far as practical exams go, too. So since this will be our last practical exam for a while, I figured I'd crank up the challenge a couple notches.
Uh-oh.
Wait, are you saying...
Are you going to serve as our opponent?
Bingo! Just think of it as the long-awaited second round of May's exam. If you want to get back at me, now's your chance. But you'd better bring it, because I'm not going to go easy on you. Alright, Reen, pick two of your team for your team, because you're up first.
Got it. Only 2? I want power. So these 2 should do. Ideas help me. Okay, I think I'm ready. I've got people to be more so powerhouses than anything. Alright, we're ready. We want to beat her. So I'm going to go all out. It seems as though she plans to fight us at something close to her full strength. I've always wanted a chance to fight the famous Purple Lightning. Well, if you were ever holding anything back before, now's the time to pour it all in.
I take it you're all ready? You've been studying and training here half a year now. I think you might finally be able to do it. Now, show me you've got what it takes to pass with flying colors.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Come at me with everything you've got.
Meet the following conditions. 1. No one reaches low HP during the battle. 2. Win less than 40 turns.
Here we go.
You ready, everyone?
Let's do this. Leave it to me.
You missed.
My turn.
Alright. Well, not much else we can do except take you down.
Behold the might of the Arcade School. Radiant Blade Dance. Not bad. Time for the kid gloves to come off.
Here I
Yeah, sure. Take this.
come on, Lenny.
I wasn't expecting that. Oh well. I win. Conditions met. She never even landed a hit on us.
You've come a long way.
Well, that's that. Let's get going.
Unscathed.
I did it.
Flame impact can now be used. Powerful downward slash. Nice. Oh. Why are you guys panting? She didn't even touch us. She missed. We defeated the instructor. Wowzers, she really is just as strong as people say she is. Guys. Nicely done. I can't believe how far you've all come in just 6 months. I know you've been honing your team tactics, but I wasn't expecting such a top-rate performance from you so soon. But you know what? As your instructor, that's the best feeling in the world. Okay, that's 1 group down, 3 more to go. I'll call you in groups of 3, so be ready to jump in when I call your name. Holy cow. Is she even human? Multiple groups with multiple opponents in every group, and she's still able to put up a fight against all of us. She's on a completely different level. We'll need to redouble our efforts in training if we hope to match her. You can say that again. Whew, I'm spent. Mind if I use you as a pillow, Emma? What? Here? Have you no shame? Looks like there's still some life in her yet. She's the only person I know who can fight 4 back-to-back battles and still have the energy for wisecracks.
Don't get me wrong, I'm genuinely impressed with how far you've come. Now I can tell you where you're headed for your field study without any worries. Up we go. Alright, get them while they're hot. I'm pretty sure she probably could have gone more fights. Group A. Field Study, September. Reen, Elisa, Fee, Machias, Elliot, and Crow. Location, Roer, the industrial metropolis. Group B. Emma, Laura, Eustace, Gaius, and Milliam. It is basically, literally, just the same teams, except I've been moved over to Group A. Roer and Ordis. Those are two of the Empire's largest cities, right? Well, technically they are. Roer is far from small, but Ordis is kind of on another level. It's the second largest city in the Empire, with over 400,000 people. It also happens to be the stronghold of Duke Kine, the noble faction's de facto leader. Oh yeah, that douchebag. Are you out of your mind? You want us to drag this hyperactive chatterbox straight into the noble faction's largest stronghold? He does make a good point. Ordis is hostile territory for her. No two ways about it. If they find you poking around, they'll burn you at the stake. I'm not that worried. I've snuck into Ordis plenty of times before, and this time I've got you guys with me. I'll be fine. This is no laughing matter. I'm a bit concerned too. As am I. Ordis is quite far from here. If something were to happen... Not to worry. We're thinking about what to do about that. Still, you're not in for a laid-back vacation. That much I can say for certain. That goes for the group headed to Roer, too. The Reinford group is based out of Roer, isn't it? Though Roer's also part of the Marquis Ragner's domain, and he's head of the one of the 4 great houses. Jellica's stubborn old man, huh? He's supposed to be a real hardliner, even among the big shots in the aristocracy. That's true, but the Imperial Army also runs a military factory in the vicinity. The Reinford group isn't aligned with either faction, but I can imagine there are more than a few ongoing complications. Really? Sounds like trouble if you ask me. Why would my father and the other members of the board choose destinations like those in dangerous times like these? Well, like I said, we're thinking those issues over. With the Academy's annual festival coming up next month, there is no field study being planned. So this is your chance to show off all the know-how you've gained from your previous field studies. Make whatever preparations you need to, and when Saturday rolls around, travel with your head held high. Class 7 has done a damn good job so far. The only reputation you guys here, you guys have to live up to is your own. Aww. Things are getting kind of sweet, but also dangerous.
Your ring's gone.
A2, baby. What do I get?
Here's a little something for
Or a
you.
jacket.
Thank you for everything.
So, what's the aura jacket?